So this is the founder roundup for March 2026. So March was a momentum month. We also forced a lot of function on focus. We had more opportunity than bandwidth. So a lot of this month came down to prioritization. The biggest progress actually came from Hirelytiq. So we've now grown to 5 paying clients with around 10 more meetings lined up over the next couple of weeks. The pipeline quality is really improving, and importantly, we're starting to see more structured demand rather than just one-off interest. We've also brought on a sales director who will be starting next month, and I'm really excited about that, which is a key step because up until now, growth has been very heavily founder-led. And alongside that, the product continues to improve. The most important new feature has been driven by real usage, which is exactly where we want to be. On the clinical side, we secured the dental practice and had really strong engagement from their team after some demos. And we're also in conversations with 2 larger groups with potentially over 60 practices in that group, plus a few other enterprise level opportunities waiting on a more complete demo. Despite the traction with Zypher Social, we have made the decision to put that on hold. Reason being, right now, Hirelytiq is the cash generating engine, and pushing all the different parts at once is just a bit of a stretch on the team, a bit too thin. It's a bit of a trade-off, but the right one. And I also spent some time at the Recruitment Expo in London this month. The recruitment space is still relatively new for me, so it was really useful to see the landscape properly, what other tech exists in the market, where the gaps are, and how the different people position themselves. More importantly, it led to me building some really strong networks and partnership conversations, and that we'll be following up on next month and over the next couple of weeks. So very excited for that. We're still in discussions with the blue chip company around a potential pilot. But what's become very clear is that these deals move significantly slower, more stakeholders, more process, less speed. It's not a negative, but it does change how you think about the pipeline, timing, and resource allocation. A couple of friction points this month. One of the GP practices we were working with have paused that project internally. Not a loss, but a reminder that timing on the customer side is often outside of your control. And we're also seeing the early signs of closing rates normalising. As volume increases, conversion naturally drops a little bit. That's to be expected, but it also reinforces the need for better qualification and tighter sales process. And internally, putting Zypher on hold wasn't ideal. It's a really strong product, but again, focus wins. So the MMR now is up to 1,500 a month. Growth is really accelerating, and the immediate target is to push towards the 10k a month as quickly as possible. The pipeline's really expanding, but with slightly longer decision cycles, so there's a bit of a balance between momentum and patience. First, bandwidth is a real constraint, not opportunity. There's more demand than we can currently service. Second, cash generating projects need to take priority over, even if the other opportunities are very compelling. And third, enterprise deals are valuable, but they require a different operating sort of system and thinking out. You can't treat them like standard sales cycles. Introductions to senior operators within recruitment businesses and conversations with people who've scaled teams from founder-led to structured. Overall, March felt like a shift from building to operating. Much less experimentation and more execution. Less about what we could do and more about what we should do next.